What is going on? Alright, it's been a while since I've had a video, probably since the last hill climb. I've been busy working, got a promotion at work, all that fun stuff, so I've been busy doing that, haven't had time to do as much race car stuff as I wanted. Another thing, I decided to change up my intercooler setup again. I'm going back to a STI top mount, and while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be installing a turbo inlet and a few other things. Right here is a care package from my sponsor, Subimods, and I figured just unbox and show you all the basics. I am also going to be installing STI intake manifold for all the bro points. Doesn't actually do anything, but it looks better than the piece of shit that's on my car right now. Let's see. Alright, so first off, I had to get silicone couplers for the STI top mount because the one I got did not come with them. So there's that Grimspeed. All the other things I got are also Grimspeed. It's pretty much a Grimspeed care package from Subimods. The TGV gaskets, the intake manifold gaskets, the throttle body gaskets, the rear intake manifold, top mount intercooler gaskets for the Y pipe, and also the blow off valve gasket. That is everything. Alright, so now I start taking shit off of the Forester and put this back on. So let's go take the intake manifold off. So I already got the the last intercooler setup off. Piping out, core's gone. I got the intake mocked out because I'm not using the SPT. I have to take this guy off, intake manifold off, a bunch of other random shit. Disconnect the fuel lines, turbo inlet off, and a bunch more. So let's see how that goes. Alright, so I got the upper cooler tank out of the way. I got all the harness stuff out of the way from the injectors, all the stuff over here. I got the throttle body off. I got most of the inlet unhooked. Now I just have to, I also got the fuel hoses disconnected. Now I just have to undo the intake manifold, play around with the fuel over here, and a few other things. Got the intake manifold off. The biggest pain in the ass I had was getting to these spots right here because it actually bolts to the underside of the intake manifold right there, and just couldn't get it out, couldn't get it lifted up and outside, do it by wrench. But I finally got that out. Got the TGVs loose. Turbo is good, no shaft play. I gotta clean it up though, because oil residue and shit like that. Also gotta clean up coolant that spilled in there. But yeah, I got all the harness out of the way. Got the intake manifold off. Now what I'm going to do is do new gaskets for the TGVs, and then put the STI intake manifold on after I do the turbo inlet. I'll show you that in a second. I don't actually know what the turbo inlet does or is. What it is, or where it goes from the turbo around here, like so, and then it goes to your intake. The factory one is a severely limited piece of shit. It's plastic. Over time it gets fatigued because of the heat, and it usually tears right around this area because of the clamps. For a freer flowing setup, I'm putting this turbo inlet in place. As you can see, it's a bigger diameter. It is a little bit more of a tight fit, but it's less restrictive and it won't tear as easily. Less restrictive means better airflow, means more power. So I'm going to get that in place, put the intake manifold on, and start buttoning everything up after I do the gaskets. So before you go ahead and you reinstall the gaskets for everything, it's always a good idea to scrape down the surface with a razor blade, just to make sure that the surface is clean. For example, where the TGV goes down, I'm obviously going to clean up all the coolant and all that stuff. But this right here, as you can see, it's pretty dirty. So I'm going to stuff rags inside the head so nothing falls in. Then I'm going to clean that up with the razor on both sides. Then I'm going to fasten down, once I put the gaskets in place, fasten down the TGVs, and then work backwards from that with the turbo inlet, intake manifold, all the other shit. So we're out of daylight, but I should be able to make some good progress. So as you can see, I got the turbo inlet in. I still need to finesse that around. I got the STI intake manifold down on. I'm fastening it to the TGVs. Beyond that, it's just buttoning stuff up. Yeah, I dropped a nut, so I gotta find that. That's cool. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright guys, it's like 10:30, 11ish. Made some good progress. Got the intake manifold back on, turbo inlet in place, all the gaskets. I'm working on the STI top mount right now. Had to trim the L silicone coupler, Grimsby coupler, one that goes from the back to the turbo itself. The guy in there. Had to shorten it about 1/2 inch just so it would fit better. One thing you never want to do when you're putting things together, don't drop a socket down. Where is my flashlight? I'm losing shit. I'm losing my shit. Oh yeah, right here. Alright. See that? Okay, that's the 8mm. I can see that one. Somewhere else in there, in that same area, is the 10mm. The joke about the 10mm is getting fucking tired. I'm going to get the 8, the 10. I might wait for that to shake down after the startup. It's in there good. I can't find it. I had everything out, couldn't find it. So I think it might be in a passageway along the head. I guess I'll find that tomorrow. But I'm pretty close to calling it a night. Startup won't happen tonight. That'll be tomorrow after I button up slab and eating dinner or anything like that. But yeah, made really good progress. Buttoning up the main things just so it's more tight so nothing can crawl in there. I'll put baggies over like turbo inlet, and that's actually the only thing that's going to be still open. But yeah, made a lot of progress, and I'll be finishing up tomorrow. Day 2 of this. I already went over what got done. Here's just a daylight picture. Just got to do the intake, double check, make sure I plugged everything back in. A few other random things, put the battery in, check for leaks. Make sure I plugged in all the electrical connections. But yeah. As you can see, it's all back together, running. I got it up to temp, making sure the coolant's good because I lost coolant when I ended this. But yeah, everything's together. I'm going to go for a ride and just make sure no check engine lights come on, in case of any wiring or whatever. And the fans just kicked on, so that's a good sign too. But yeah, off for a test drive. Thanks for watching.